Today we're going to go over the Beretta M9. Hi folks, thanks again for tuning in to Roll Call Gun Reviews. Today we're going to go over the Beretta M9, which is the military version of the FS92. A lot of similarities. The M9 just has some fixed sights, and believe me, I'm sure the experts out there could tell me all about the ins and outs of it. Today we're just going to review the gun to see how it works. It's about a 5-inch barrel, very heavy, 2.5 pounds, fully loaded. The magazine is, let's see, it's 15 plus 1, so for a total of 16 rounds. It was adopted by the Armed Forces, I believe in 1985, I could be off, but it's also still in service today. Now back in the 90s and the 80s, you'd see a lot of guys walking around with the Ruger P85s and the Beretta, the FS Berettas. They're not so much in service anymore with law enforcement, just because today's climate is the lighter guns, the Glocks. I'd say the SIGs, but they're not that light. But Glocks and SIGs are kind of taking over the market in the law enforcement world today. But for today, let's try this let's try this M9 out and see how she works. Three yards. Now let's try 7. I gotta be honest, first time I ever shot Beretta was a week ago, and I sold them for many years. The first time I actually shot it, I'll be honest, I fell in love with it. Years and years and years of carrying the Glock 17 and then going to this, and it's just a really smooth gun. It's proven, and I would absolutely recommend it. It's a lot of fun for the range. I'm not so sure that I'd be carrying this on duty right now in this day and age, but the weapon is absolutely, it's a blast to shoot, no pun. Now with this gun, I found it to be really smooth, and I really do like the triggers. Now again, the M9 version, they're fixed sights, so there's no adjusting, and there's no way that it's going to get knocked out of adjustment. All the shooting that we're doing here for the testing is target bullseye shooting. Okay, there's no multiple threat targets, there's no combat shooting and 2 eyes open, etc. We're just going nice and easy to try the gun out. I want to feel the trigger, I want to feel the recoil in the gun, and I want to see how well it groups. And one thing I want to touch on, when I hear the term, this gun is accurate, that gun is not accurate, so on and so forth, what I generally found that is if you were to take most guns and you were to put it in a vise with no human interaction at all and had a string to pull that trigger, and I'm not recommending you do this, but if this was done, most of these guns, you'd be surprised, will hold a heck of a group out to 25 yards all day long. It's the human interaction is what makes the gun not hit where it's supposed to. So when people say this gun is accurate and that gun is not accurate, I like to kind of phrase it a little bit. Certain guns are more user-friendly, which helps the user shoot the gun accurately. Certain guns are just a hard trigger pull. Certain guns are just, the recoil is horrible on them. And so don't get caught up so much in this gun is accurate, this gun is... Think of it in terms of this gun is easy to shoot well. This gun is easy to shoot well. I like it a lot. Now remember your safety rules when you're going out to the range. All safety rules. Review them. Also, I want everybody to, if you're going to remember 2 rules, and just 2, because there's about a list of 20, remember this. Let's throw 3 in there. Treat all weapons as if they are loaded and ready to fire. There's no other way to treat a weapon. That's it. Keep your finger off the trigger. and keep the weapon pointed in a safe direction at all times. What's the definition of a safe direction? Well, when we're on the range, we have what's called range etiquette, and you don't turn around with the gun in your hand and a loaded gun, etc. So you have your range rules, but in your home, self-defense, or in the field, you don't have the luxury of a downrange all the time. So the definition of a safe direction, that if the weapon should discharge, there'll be no loss of life and minimal property damage. So remember, keep your finger off the trigger, treat all guns as if they are loaded, and enjoy yourself, folks. If you need that gun, you can find us at www.rollcall911.com. You can visit us, you can send me an email, my email is on there, and thanks for tuning in.